On to a story that made it to the headlines this evening. Speculations on the reappointment of Arjuna Mahendran as the governor of the central bank has created controversy in the country and has become the focal point at many political platforms.
The governor of the central bank of the present government did not reveal to the country the true facts relating to the bond scam. Investigations are not allowed. His term ends on the 30th of July, but he is anticipating to extend the term. Now there is an internal battle. Mahinda Amaravira and others went to the bribery commission against the central bank governor. They are cabinet ministers. We, however, are waiting to see whether the cabinet ministers who complained to the bribery commission regarding the central bank governor would allow him to be reappointed as the governor. If he is allowed to be reappointed, the existence of good governance will be questionable. The entire country is watching.
There are charges against the governor of the central bank, and if he is not reappointed, he may leave the country immediately. Then who would take responsibility? Will you be investigating the charges?
There will be no problem. The central bank governor may go overseas in the event his term is not extended, but he will remain somewhere in the world. Therefore, if an investigation is launched, anybody in this human world can be brought back to the country and will be answerable.
There are reports that a new person will be appointed.
I am not aware of it. His Excellency the President and the Prime Minister will take the necessary measures.
The governor of the central bank has become a topic of discussion. What will happen regarding the charges against him and the investigations?
Nothing will happen to the investigations. That is what has been happening. Which investigation has resulted in punishment to the wrongdoer? It is the same for Arjuna Mahendran, irrespective of whether he remains in Sri Lanka or leaves. Nothing will happen to him. We believe that the problem facing this government is involving shame. We can observe this depending on whether Arjuna Mahendran is reappointed or not.
The term of the governor of the central bank will expire soon. However, several charges have been levelled against him.
You saw how democratically the President appointed the Inspector General of Police. Names were proposed. Hence, can mistakes be rectified without hindering the consensus of the consensual government? Just because their pot is covered in soot and dirt, the pot will not be thrown away. It will be washed, cleaned and used.
Charges have been levelled against him from the ruling party, opposition, the media and the public.
I know. Even I am not in favour of it. In such a backdrop, we the Sri Lanka Freedom Party held discussions separately with the President prior to the no confidence motion. This is a serious matter.
Information has come to light that the Sri Lanka Freedom Party did not vote for the no confidence motion based on an agreement reached with the United National Party that Arjuna Mahendran will not be reappointed.
No, there is no such thing. The votes cast against the no confidence motion were not subject to nay conditions. We as the joint opposition view the governor of the central bank as a machine imported from Singapore. We have imported this machine from Singapore to the most important economic centre in our country, the central bank. We are ashamed. We pointed out the fraud and corruption from onset, but everything we highlighted were dismissed and disregarded, and in the process the economy of the country has collapsed. At a time when the economy is collapsing, foreign reserves are depleting and investors are leaving the country. The governor of the central bank is allowed to remain in his position. As parliamentarians, we are ashamed. The incident concerning the first bond issue occurred on the 27th of February 2015. 17 months have lapsed, but the Treasury has not launched an inquiry. The Ministry of Finance has not launched an inquiry, nor has the central bank. The matter was also brought up in Parliament. That is when the Speaker of the House was compelled to hand it over to the Corp. But ultimately, Parliament was dissolved before the report could be submitted. There is still no report, no inquiry and no action. Examine this matter. Do not extend the term of the central bank governor without examining the matter.